Hey family, welcome back to the channel, the Say Marie and Baby channel. Baby is currently in a room sleep, so if you hear some noise, if you start crying, just know it's real life. So first I would just like to say, well, I appreciate and thank you for all the love and all the subscribers that I have. Thank you for clicking on this video. If you're new, I would like for you to hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, join the family. Also hit the bell button so you can be notified of more videos like this, because I plan to do more videos about the subject of how I conceived after 15 years of trying. So in this video, we're talking about Letrozol or Femara and how I took it and how long I took it and what it did for me and why I took it. So if you're new here and you don't already know, but I know you see the title, I have PCOS. I also have endometriosis, and so I don't have a regular period. My cycles vary. Either I won't go, I'll go months without having one, or I'll go months with heavy bleeding and continuous bleeding. So it just varies. But anyway, I don't ovulate on my own. That's just the sum of what's going on with me and my PCOS. So because of that, I knew that I needed help in that area. And in in May of 2018, I decided to get some medication to help me ovulate. My doctor was going to prescribe me Clomid, but I told her I did use Clomid before the past and I did not respond to it at all. But I did try the Femara and it worked for me. So she prescribed me some more Femara. Let me just say the whole synopsis. So in 2012, I decided to go the medicated route as well. I tried 2 cycles of the Letrozol. 2 cycles of Clomid. Like the lowest doses, I think it was 50 megagrams. I believe that was. Started off at the lowest dosage. I did 2 rounds of that, and I didn't respond at all. I didn't ovulate, nothing. I didn't respond at all to it. And then fast forward towards like months later, I tried 1 round of Letrozol, and I actually, for the first time that I noticed in my life, I ovulated. I had all the signs, wonders, and all those things. So I knew that that was my miracle drug. Life happens, and I paused for the cause on trying to conceive using medication. And so yeah, well, I didn't do that. So that was in 2012. Fast forward to 2018, we started the process again. In May, I didn't actually start taking the Letrozol until June. So June the 5th, I started taking Letrozol for my cycle day 5 through 9. June the 5th was my cycle day 5. So I took it cycle day 5 through 9 at the lowest dosage, at the 2.5 megagrams. I did respond. I did ovulate. So the very next cycle, I got flow. I think my cycles were a little long, and because I was tracking also, I noticed that I ovulated later in my cycle. Okay, so on the 2.5, I tried that 2.5 for 2 cycles using Letrozol. The first was cycle day 5 through 9. The second was cycle day 3 through 7. So I ovulated again in July, but I didn't conceive. On to August, the same thing, but we upped it. Instead of 2.5, we went to 5 megagrams. Still was cycle day 3 through 7. Ovulated and did not conceive. October got here. I ovulated. I actually, what happened was I actually had an ovulation test done because I was taking the strips and I was knowing my cycles. And so you're supposed to have it. It's called a 21-day ovulation. But I just want to say, stop here right real quick and say this. Sometimes you don't ovulate. Well, I knew I was not ovulating like clockwork, like regular people, which they start, what is cycle day 14, they ovulate, and they get their cycle exactly, the cycle day 28. I wasn't doing that. I was ovulating anywhere between cycle day 18 to cycle day 22. So I was later in the game. So if I would have took the 21-day ovulation, it would have said that I was not ovulating because I was like ovulating later in my cycle. So that is something that you might want to make sure you are, if you're taking letrozole or anything, Clomid or anything that's trying to help you to conceive, make sure you are tracking your ovulation using OPKs or some form, not just the blood work, because everybody's cycle is totally different. You know, what is normal? The normal range, like I said, was supposed to be your ovulate anywhere from cycle day 11 to cycle day 14. Everybody's not like that. Find out what works for you. Find out when you ovulate and get in that routine. And for me, it took all the way, well, that was like 4 or 5 cycles for me to learn my pattern and to know that I, even on medication, still ovulate later in my cycle. So that helped out major. So in October, I did get I did the cycle blood test of saying if I ovulated or not, and I also did an ultrasound that day, and I had a nice follicle. We were so sure that that was going to be our month. You know, was praying, was excited. We baby danced right, everything. It seemed so perfect, and I thought that was the cycle. My doctor, my mate, everything. Everybody was so excited, and everybody thought that was going to be the cycle. I will insert a picture of that ultrasound. I put it on my vision board. I visualized it, y'all. I was ready. I was like, oh, that's it. This is it. But womp. Flow came. The very next cycle. Right on time. Right when my tracking app said it was gonna come the exact day, y'all. And I'm like, look at this. I don't normally have a period on the exact day I'm supposed to, never do hardly. And just so happened the cycle I'm thinking I'm gonna conceive, it was a total bust, y'all. I cried like a baby. My cycle came on in the middle of the day at work, and I was like, oh, I was brokenhearted. I cried. I was all upset and everything. Anyway, and then we tried for the last cycle. So this last cycle in November, I upped the dose to 7.5 milligrams of letrozole. I did take it because since I knew that I felt like I needed a boost, I needed a little extra to get those eggs out, because I had like 2-3 eggs, y'all, and only one was viable the month before. So anyway, I needed an extra boost and a push, and I was like, I'm gonna take it, give it everything I got this cycle, because I knew my insurance was coming to an end. And at that time, I had got some news that, you know, the doctor, I had went to an endocrinologist, and she was like, well, ma'am, if your blood sugar is so high, if you decide that you're going to conceive, the baby might have major issues, and the baby might not survive. Me trying, y'all, all I could think about was I didn't want to conceive and to lose my baby. I would be more devastated than I was at trying to actually lose a child. Oh my God, my heart would have been so broken. So I confided with my spouse at the time, and I told him, I was like, look, I don't want to do this no more. You know, after I got the news, I was like, I don't want to do it no more. This is the last. Well, I didn't say this was the last. I was just like, I'm tired. The doctor didn't give me good news. She said the baby wouldn't make it. The baby would, or the baby would have, defects or whatever. And I didn't want to put my baby through that, and I didn't want to go through that. So, you know, he gave me a word, my spouse gave me a word of encouragement. It was like, come on, you know, don't worry about what the doctors say. If this is for you, God before you, you know, don't worry about what the people say and this, that, there. Now, mind you, y'all, I was so out of it that I was not even aware that I was actually in my 2 week wait. So when I had that, I didn't realize I was in my 2 week wait. So the holiday came around, and it was Thanksgiving, and I took a test Thanksgiving Day. I forgot all about the test because I was cooking and all this, whatever. So it was a Walmart cheapie. Looked at the test. I seen a very faint line. I ain't paying no attention because I had a false positive like a month or two prior to that. So I was like, it's Walmart cheapie, whatever. And then because I forgot about the test, I waited past the limit of reading the test. So I was like, oh, I just brushed it off as nothing. Later on that night, I think I took another test and waited for the exact time, and it was positive. But I was still unsure. Y'all, the very next day I got up, I was like, I'm gonna try it all again in the morning or whatever, because, you know, I ain't sure. I tried it that morning and bam, I was pregnant. Oh my God, I was so excited, y'all. I do got that video of how my husband walked in the bathroom, found all the tests that I had took or whatever. And then also I got another video on there showing my reaction to me finding out I was pregnant. I was so shocked, like, oh my God, I'm really, really pregnant. But anyway, that's my success story on how I became pregnant after taking that was like 6 rounds of Letrozol that time. I had to change it up. I had to do different formulas. Also, I wanted to say this too. Y'all, I really didn't think nothing of that cycle, and the reason why I didn't think of, I had totally forgot a couple of days of taking the Letrozol. So you're supposed to take it 5 days. For the first 2 days, I was right on time. Like the third, fourth day, y'all, I totally had forgot about the pill. So I didn't take it at the right time. You're supposed to take it like the same time every day for 5 days. I forgot about it. I missed a couple of days. So on my last day, I took like a double dose, I think. So that cycle, I just thought it was a bust. That's why I really was like out of it and thinking nothing about it when, you know, I was in my 2 week wait. I wasn't really thinking about it because we only baby danced also one time that month. And that just so happened to be my miracle month, you know.